This is the Danaddo adding machine, manufactured in the late 1940s and 50s by Danuvia out of Hungary. Danuvia was known for making machine guns and motorcycles. It was supposedly patented in the late 1940s by Jeno Paczki, although I sure can't find any patent by him for it. I could find this patent, resiliently coupled abutting members, disposable and plural stable configurations, which was an undivided success abroad and was applied for patenting in several developed capitalist countries. That was part of his plastic and toy kits, produced until the early 1970s. Perhaps it was a patent from school teacher Lajos Zedinvári from 1921 or 1942, but I can't find those patents either. It's not unreasonable to think that the Danaddo was inspired by Jean Bergmann's 1925 German patent with its aggressive 1925 German patent logo. That patent would go on to become the CBR adding machine. The first, less common version of the Danaddo had a strange way of clearing by moving the whole frame up. So this is the Danaddo adding machine. It came in red or green. It's easily confused with the tranché adder. It has similar sliders, but all those screws and rivets kind of hint at its more complex internal mechanism. It works very similarly to a tranché adder, minus the little hooking carry. For reference, here's 25 plus 25 on a VPO add. Now here it is on the Danaddo. You'll see when I add the second 25, the 5 is in the red zone. That indicates that you should slide it up instead of down. But if you forget, it'll give you a little arrow pointing up. And now when I slide it up, it carries by itself without the hook. And on that addition, I had to carry to the hundreds place because it won't carry more than one place. So there are 9 numbers and 10 holes displaying for any given slider. And those holes don't always exactly line up very well with the numbers. So now if I want to subtract, I slide it into subtraction mode and use the exact same actions. Slide down to subtract, carry up if it's red. Only in subtraction mode, when you slide up, it doesn't borrow. It does that when you slide down. So let's take a look inside. I ended up with 2 of them, and when they both arrived, they were both inoperable. They had gears everywhere and springs were misshapen. But fortunately, any dullard can remedy the situation. I had just lubed it all up with some silicone quick drying lubricant that hadn't quick dried yet. The sliders all have to go in starting from the one on the left. So if any of them are out, you just got to start from the top and put them all in again. As the stylus poked through the holes and moved up and down on the slider, it would interact with the top or bottom gears, which would drive the adjacent slider up or down. I can't see an advantage to this machine or its mechanism. It's like the makers saw how simple the tranché device was and thought of how they could do the exact same thing, only more complicated. I mean, just look at one of its sliders. It's made from 2 pieces of aluminum that are riveted together. The Danaddo has 4 times the amount of moving parts as the tranché, but it doesn't do anything that the tranché can't. There's just no way that the price was comparable to a tranche adder. Plus, all those moving parts are just more points of failure. When mine arrived, the springs were all busted up and the gears were all over the place. I have to demonstrate on the green one because the red one is just too unreliable. As neat as I think the Danaddo is, I questioned if Danuvia turned a profit off of it. Thanks for watching.